What's up and about this morning? Winfrey has something interesting that she caught up on the socials.
Yeah.
And I would like to dig in on it.
Yes, of course. So there's a post that literally circulated over the past few days, that has been circulating. So it goes thus. We are richer than our parents, but are we happier than them? So, I mean, words for thoughts, right? Then there was a response that came immediately after. Richer than which parents? My dad had toured at least 10 countries in Europe and built a couple of houses at my age. Tomorrow, I will resume shouting, can you see my screen? And it literally made me, I mean, I was thinking of all manner of things. And of course, we have over 2,500 comments here, people talking about how, no, like, you shouldn't say that. So people had like different points of views from the left to the right. So now, what do you guys think? Do you guys think we're richer than our parents, or we're happier than them, or you think they were happier and we're richer? Which?
But they can see your screen now.
Yeah,
at least, obviously, that means you're probably working from home. They probably could enjoy their time. But
Isn't the prayer points? The prayer points is usually, may we be richer than our parents. Even our parents pray that we should be richer than them, right? Yeah. So I think it's not really about richer. I think it's just the times that are changing, you know, and our way of life is evolving as we get on. I mean, I meet a lot of older people these days, and they tell you that money is nothing. They do not averse any sentiments or any more to money, unlike the younger generation, right? And that's why, you know, you see a lot of, you know, our parents these days, they carry, what, maybe 3310 or one or any of these small
none of our parents carry 3310.
No. I'm just saying, you find a lot more your older people with, you know, very smaller phones, but you check their accounts, it's beaming with zeros, right? So I mean, I think
the
it's
angle
just different
really,
for
right, is the idea of value, right? So the question literally was posed, and then we see people talking about, okay, fine. So the guy actually commented that, oh, my father had toured over 10 countries and had houses. So a lot of people now are commenting and talking about how, oh, okay, when my dad was 32, he had 3 houses, he had 2 cars, he had 5 children. Then they raised 5 children, we didn't starve. But now a lot of people are literally streamlining to 1, 2, but they're still having a tough time. So they're talking about the devaluation of everything generally, especially in this climate. So I think that is the angle, right? And then talking about, people also went...
the values in value?
The value of like what they had available to them and then what we had now.
the thing is, being
what we have now,
relative, I would say. And the reason I would say it's relative is because I don't want to believe whoever it is that posted it was talking about richer as in monetary value, because what you could achieve with your millions, even as at a year ago, you can't achieve it now. So technically, are you richer? Are you looking at the fact that maybe your parents were thousandaires, and so because you're a millionaire,
they could still afford more and better,
exactly.
so value.
What, say for example, 50,000 could have bought in 2012, it's 500,000 in some cases cannot buy it now. So we need to also take note of that fact. So when you're talking about being richer, it is relative. Now, let's also remember that during your parents' time, there were opportunities, and also many doors were open to Nigerians.
Are there less
opportunities
now?
They're actually... So the thing is this, when we talk about opportunities, it's not as if they are lesser, but accessibility is lower. See, the ratio was actually lesser then. So if I'm a graduate, you're a graduate, she's a graduate, the likelihood of us finding another graduate was like maybe 3 or 4 houses down the line.
True.
Unlike now that every home, well, almost every home, I dare say every home even, has a graduate. So because of that, there are more people fighting for the same opportunities that
the market is competitive.
The market is more competitive. So when you're talking about your accessibility to all these opportunities, 5 people are fighting for one thing. Unlike before, when that one thing, they were begging people to come and take it. So times have changed.
Yes, exactly.
So when they are talking about, oh, I was at 32, I built my own houses, for goodness sake, in the 1980s, 1970s, mortgage was really still, you know, in a better way in Nigeria.
And even if not
accessibility
mortgage,
to loans was
a lot of
better
people even built houses off the fact that they were salary earners. Because then the same thing, the value of money. Do you understand? So things were different then. I mean, then if you had 10 million naira,
10 million.
I'm saying then.
No, as in, okay,
then.
I'm talking about the value of 10 million then. Or
Yes,
10
the
million
value-
naira as in 10 million naira then.
If you, the value of 10 million naira then, if you're talking about building a house, now.
You can build a house with 10 million now. Okay. Room and parlor. It's still a house now. At least somewhere you start from.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
And I'm saying, so you start, you can start to build it. But can the 10 million build it, take it from the
No,
down?
it can be. See, it's just like now if you are paying rent, you're tired of paying rent, and you have land somewhere. You can build toilets, bathroom, one room, then build kitchen. At least small. When you are getting some extra cash, you build another room.
Can the 10 million raise the building completely? And
it can raise the building to rooftop for room and
But
parlor.
then again, let's talk about some of the distractions and the vices that, let's talk about some of the vices that's we are easily distracted by in this generation. Because when it comes, still piggybacking on the values, on our value system, the value system when our parents were with our parents is totally different from it is now. They were a lot more disciplined, and I'm not just talking, with when it comes to morals, but also financial. They saved a lot. How many young people are saving?
Savings that people had is what is saving them right now. No, I'm being realistic. The savings people have had over 10 years is what is currently saving them. That's the truth. Look, it's not as if young people are not saving. It's the income that is lesser.
To be
because
honest,
prices are increasing.
I don't want to
Your
think.
income is
Yes,
not.
I understand the dynamics that is happening, right, and the shifts, and how the economy is not as it's not as a lot of people are not thriving in the economy right now like they would, like our parents did. But I would like to think that it's not that bad. Really.
So
I feel like if we're a lot more disciplined and our values are still, are still instilled in a lot of ways, things we can do maybe not as half as our parents did, but at least some way, somewhat, we meet each other halfway in terms of.
If you have somebody abroad that is sending you £100 now, hope you know that £100 used to be 25,000 just 10 years ago.
Yeah, but if you
now that
£100
money.
So anyways, this is what I have to say in summary, right?
Sorry.
I believe that everybody was built for the time that they existed, right? There were opportunities then, and the opportunities then were tied to
those
people
times,
then.
yeah.
So now, because now we have the internet, and the connection globally is like on another scale.
This
so
conversation, we would not.
We have to go now.
to go
However,
now.
what I'll just say is do the best you can according to
with
your
what you
needs
have
right now.
Yeah.
Don't compare yourself with your parents. Their own time has passed.
But they
Let's continue the conversations online, guys. Don't forget to use the hashtag WakeupNigeria on TV if you'd like to hear your thoughts. We'll be right back. Stay with us.